Some people think the Great Axe is a brain-dead weapon, an unskillful, amateur-hour face-roll option of weaponry. You wanna know what I think? I see a Great Axe. A full-size 4x4 Jeep Wrangler Transforma Giga Chad Alpha Male. We're not just spinning to win, we're out here mowing the grass of the battlefield, chopping down every peasant in sight, and weed whacking like we're getting paid for it. So the next time you pick up a Great Axe, just know you're not just choosing a weapon, you're choosing a goddamn lifestyle. Welcome to the Great Axe Club. Welcome to Scripted Gaming. Hey guys, welcome back to another Albion online video. I hope you've all been doing well and are excited for this week's video. I read the comments in the recent videos and I noticed you guys are really liking the Infernal Scythe PvP, so I figured I'd make another build for you guys. Only this time the build is going to be based around one of my favorite ideas in the game, the one-shot combo. The last time I did a build like this was for the Great Axe, where we did a Great Axe one-shot combo video. I remember I had a lot of fun playing this build and I thought it would be great if we could do it again, but only this time with the Infernal Scythe. So earlier this week I put together a new build that could do explosive damage with the Infernal Scythe, and the results we got were absolutely amazing. In these corrupted dungeons, I've never seen a health bar drop so quick in my life. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy this build, and I hope you guys try it out for yourselves and let me know how you like it in the comments below. If you guys missed last week's video, we launched a community Discord for all Great Axe Club members. So if you guys are looking for new builds, people to play with, or just want to chat, feel free to join the Discord. I'll be leaving a link in the description of this video below. Also, if you guys enjoyed today's video, I would love it if you gave it a like and subscribe to the channel, as we upload new videos every Sunday. I really appreciate all your support and look forward to continuing making videos for you guys. But with that out of the way, let's get into the video and show you guys the Infernal Scythe PvP one-shot combo. Hope you enjoy. To kickstart this build, we'll be going over the different abilities we'll be using and how they work in the one-shot combo. So to start us off, let's take a look at the Infernal Scythe. For our Q, we'll be using Rending Rage, allowing us to strike enemies in front of us with each hit applying a bleed to the target. The third stack of bleeds will also apply a healing debuff to the enemy. Rending Rage has 3 charges, with the third charge causing us to jump and root all enemies we land on. For this build, I like to take advantage of the root and ensure the enemy doesn't get away when we're beginning the one-shot combo. Moving on to our W, we'll be using Deadly Chop. This ability strikes enemies for big damage and reduces their resistances. I know the common question here will be, why not take Adrenaline Boost? And the answer is, we'll have a lot of other damage modifiers from our other cloth armor and the ability from our chest piece. Also, Deadly Chop will not only deal huge damage, but will also cause the enemy to fall within the Infernal Scythe's execution range. Deadly Chop has a 15-second cooldown. The Infernal Scythe E is Bloody Reap, allowing us to strike enemies around us once, and then a second time dealing damage based on the enemy's remaining health. If the target is above 40% health, the E will deal moderate amounts of damage, but if the enemy is below 40%, then the E will likely execute the player's remaining health. Bloody Reap has a 20-second cooldown. And the passive we'll be using is Deep Cuts, causing our 4th normal attack to apply a short bleed to the target. Moving on to our helmet, we'll be using the Cowl of Purity. I was really excited to try out this helmet, as I've never seen anyone really use it before, and I think the ability looks awesome, which is Avalonian Beam, allowing us to hit all enemies in front of us for magical damage, which also interrupts enemy spell casting. The substitute for this helmet would probably be the Mage Cowl, but for this combo I like the Avalonian Beam because all the damage is dealt at once. This ability has a 45-second cooldown. And for our passive, we'll be using Aggression for more overall damage. And now for our chest, and one of my favorite pieces of gear in the game, the Druid Robe. We'll be using Obsessive Burst, which causes our spellcast to increase our damage by 6% for a maximum of 6 stacks. This allows us to increase our damage by up to 36% for 10 seconds. Some people might like to run the Cleric Robe instead, but with its recent nerfs, the Druid Robe provides us with more overall damage. Obsessive Burst has a 45-second cooldown. And for our passive, we'll be using Aggression for more overall damage. For our boots, we'll be using Assassin Shoes for Swift Cut. This ability allows us to dash behind our enemy and deal physical damage. Swift Cut combos nicely with our other abilities and allows us to jump on the target. In case you run into a bow player, I'd recommend switching to Everlasting Sprint, as you'll likely need a sprint ability to keep up with a ranged enemy. Swift Cut has a 12-second cooldown. And for our passive, we'll be using Balanced Mind for more damage and defense. For our cape, we'll actually be using Bridge Watch Cape for Sandstorm. This ability causes our first normal attack to create a sandstorm that slows the enemy and decreases their damage while they remain in the storm. I chose this cape because stacking up damage with our Druid Robe takes a few seconds to reach max stacks. So with Sandstorm we can delay the enemy's damage and keep them in range with the slow. Sandstorm has a 1 minute cooldown. For our potion, we'll be using Poison Potions. This potion will not only deal damage but will also reduce the enemy's resistances, allowing us to deal more overall damage. This ability has a 1 minute cooldown. And for food we'll be using Roast Pork, allowing us to steal health from the enemy every time we deal damage. I found this to be good for overall self-healing, considering this build doesn't offer much for defensive cooldowns. Now that you've seen all the abilities, we'll look at a quick example of how the build is used in the one-shot combo. We'll begin the combo by activating our R, Obsessive Burst. Then we can build our stacks of Obsessive Burst by using our charges of Q, Rending Rage. Don't forget to use a normal attack to activate our cape, Sandstorm. Then we can use our W, Deadly Chop, followed by our boots, and then our Poison Potion. Once you've done this, you can use your E, Bloody Reap, followed by our D, Avalonian Beam. I know this is a lengthy combo and it'll be hard to remember what abilities to use first, so here's a quick rule of thumb to keep in mind. Build Obsessive Burst charges with Q, reduce player resistances and deal damage with W and Poison Potions, and be sure to use E and Avalonian Beam when you reach max stacks of Obsessive Burst. If you're able to remember these things, you'll be on your way to landing the one-shot combo successfully. And that's it! Now that you know how the combo works, we can try it out in PvP Corrupt the Dungeons. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and I look forward to seeing you all next Sunday. Take care everyone.